Namaste, Vanakkam, Swagatam. We are all joining together to perform the synchronized global prayer. Let us begin chanting the mantra for Maharishi Patanjali. Om Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidhyakena Yopakarottam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi. Om. Join me as we go on to the 27 rounds of the Brahmari Pranayam. Breathing out. Sitting quietly, enjoy the deep, harmonious vibrations that are educed from within yourself. When we perform the Bhavanani pranayama, and the very beautiful humming sound of the bee, every part of our existence vibrates. It is like the dance of the cells. Each and every cell of our body dancing in joy, in unison with each and every other cell of the body. A beautiful sense of oneness, union, communion and reunion happening across so many levels of our existence. Physically, physiologically, psychologically, at so many levels having a deep connection, a reset of a very deep connection to our own selves, communicating with our own self, having a beautiful conversation. The body, the mind and the spirit coming together, working together in harmony. A very beautiful tripod on which our evolutionary ladder can grow. Harmony between the body, mind, spirit. Harmonious balance amongst all the Panchakosha. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya, all in a beautiful harmonious sense of wholesome balance, bringing forth from within us a beautiful sense of ease, sukham, a beautiful sense of wholesomeness, purnam, in a beautiful sense of joy and bliss, Anandam. Begin to move your fingers and then rub your palms together, placing the warmth of the palms onto the eyes, onto the forehead and the rest of the head. Each time we perform the Brahmari, we are connecting so many parts of our own being, so many parts that have fallen apart, so many parts that have moved away from each other. We are gluing them all together. That glue is the vibrational essence of Brahmari. When we perform the Brahmari, a beautiful sense of Sukham, ease, starts to manifest from within us. A beautiful sense of Samatvam, harmony, balance, equilibrium, equanimity, homeostasis, all of this is manifest. And we have that sense of coming together. Instead of being in pieces, we come together in one piece. And we are at peace with ourselves. Wholesomeness, Purnam. And the moment we are at ease with ourselves, the moment we have this beautiful sense of ease, wellness, wholesomeness, harmony, a harmonious flow, automatically we have a sense of contentment, santosha. And from that santosha, Anuttama Sukha Labha, Patanjali tells us, an unparalleled sense of ease, and naturally a bliss also comes. Let us perform the Sankalpa together, bringing our hands high over the head. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. A beautiful sankalpa being made together, all of us coming together. Just as I look at my screen, I see all these amazing people, all of you who are from so different places, each one on a different continent, different time zones, different states of dress and undress. Being at home, that's one of the issues. Being in so many different states of ease, disease, bliss, suffering. We are all in so many diverse states. We all are living on different planets virtually. And yet we have all come together. Isn't that beautiful? That is the power of yoga, where we all come together. Not to go out and have a drink and to shake, different parts of the body, but to shake the world by our unison. That wonderful union of yoga. Yujjate anena iti yogaha. Yoga is that which unites. It is the glue that brings us together. And when we all come together and heartfully, mindfully, we make a sankalpa, an aspirational statement towards a higher state. It is not just a statement, I want to make more money. That a lot of us make. It is a state that not just I, but we We are transcending the limited I and moving towards an unlimited we. When the I is replaced by the we, even illness becomes wellness. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful statement it is. And that is why when we can shift from that me, the back of the head when we do our ha ha he he, this prayer is supposed to be a very serious one, but let's make it a bit of fun today, okay? Join me in the Nada Bhavana Shuddhi Kriya, where we cleanse all our repressed, suppressed anxieties, our phobias, our fears. Let's throw them all out, okay? So just join me as we do it, okay? Ha, 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 ho, 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 ho. He, 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 me, 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 di, 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 go, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 he, 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 me, 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 di, 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 go, 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 ha, 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 ho, 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 he, 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 me, 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 di, 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 go, 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 go. And what do? We throw all that anxiety, all that tension, all that load of junk, physical, mental, emotional. Can you have spiritual junk? I don't know about that. That's worth a satsangha someday. Spiritual junk. It's like saying, can you be spiritually unhealthy? The spirit can never be unhealthy. But we as an individual, because of avidya, ignorance, and asmita, the ego, we may disconnect from the spirit. So the spirit is healthy, but we are disconnected, and so we are, in quotes, spiritually unhealthy. But the spirit is never unhealthy. It is like you have taken the plug of your electronic equipment out of the socket and you say there's no electricity. No, electricity is there. You have disconnected yourself. And that is why yoga is not just union, it is often reunion. Anyway, I have made a solemn prayer into a jovial time, but laughter is the best medicine, okay? When we connect with the ha, we are connecting with the solar system. We are a solar being and we are at home, sweet home. You know that one? Home, sweet home? That's a very good one. Let's cheer on all the wonderful souls, each and every one who's doing their best to make this planet a better place. Let us remember each and every one who's fighting the good battle. All the brave hearts, the noble hearts who are out there doing their best. Let's cheer them on. Because when you cheer those who are trying to be good, you are supporting them, and in supporting them, you are supporting yourself. The chain is as strong as the weakest link. Let us not be the weakest link. And let us make other links as strong as they can be, because our chain depends on each and every one of us being as strong as possible. So let's cheer everybody on. Mudita Punya. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. That type of thing, right? Anyway, it's always such a pleasure to be with all of you. And it means so much. Even on days where I feel that we can do other things, I remember that some of you are out there and it's time for us to connect, right? Anand is just reminded me someday to talk about Nara. Yes, I will, because that's so important. Where we are disconnected from that state of oneness. And because of that disconnect, we end up moving away from who we are. And just a thought to leave you with this evening. When we are ourselves, when we are we, and we are living our dharma. What is dharma? It is being what we are, doing what we need to do, and manifesting our potential as much as possible. That is basically dharma. When we are being ourselves, and that is why one of my latest catchphrases is just be. I repeat it, just be. Amma used to always say, sit straight, be quiet, listen. Sit straight, be quiet, listen. Sit straight, be quiet, listen. And now I add to it, just be. Or rather, let's put it this way, because this was sit straight. Sit straight, be quiet, listen, just be. Because when we are being ourselves and fulfilling our dharma, we do not create any karma. But when we fall away from ourselves, when we fall away from our dharma, that is when we start to create the karma because of the kleshas. The kleshas that are the root of it. Klesha Moola Karmashaya is the essence that Patanjali tells us. Again, the great Purananuru tells us, Thidum Nandrum Pirataravara, Nodalum Tanidalum Avatoran. The bad and the good do not come from outside. We are responsible for all the good and all the bad in our own life. Yet we always blame somebody else. We attribute it to somebody else. The Purananuru, great Tamil scripture, amazing teachings of this Tamil culture. They tell us, Thidum Nandrum, the bad and the good, do not come from outside. Thidum Nandrum Pirataravara. And the suffering, the pain, and the antidote, the treatment to it, the solution. Both the problem and the solution lie within us. Nodalum, Thanidalum, Avattroranna. Both the problem and the solution lie within us. That is why my father often said, you don't have problems, you are the problem. And people got mad at him for that. Because everybody loves to blame somebody else. Yoga starts with responsibility. When we stand up and say, yes, I am willing to be counted. I am willing to be myself and do what I need to do and take responsibility for my thought, word and action. Sindai, Sol, Sayal. When they all come together, that is when the person becomes a yogi. As in one of my compositions I have sung. Sindai, Sol, Sayalo, Ondrai, Vilangidave, Valvome. Sindai, Sol, Sayalum, Ondrai. May our thought, word and action manifest as one in our life. That is when we become an integrated human being of integrity. And that is what a yogi is. Okay? So enough for tonight. You have got an ear dose. You can go back and watch it and see all the stuff I have said and find those jokes. And remember, in all those jokes, there's also a very serious Dr. Ananda lying in all of it. Let us chant the Shanti Mantra. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thank you for being with me. May we all be blessed.